How do you take good pictures of a building? Here are 25 tips to help you. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rick McAvoy. I'm an architectural, construction and real estate photographer and also all things at the Photography Explained podcast. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. I hope that you are well. In this week's blog, I talk about taking good pictures of a building and give you 25 things. Here they are. I'm going to go through them quickly. Then I'm going to pick up on a couple, not all of them, because that will take far too long. Number 1, find out the story of the building. Number 2, explore the building and get to know it. Number 3, tell the story of the building. Number 4, capture the main external features of the building. 5, show the Oops. Just dropped my remote control from my phone. This is this little Bluetoothy thing, which causes the awkward pause at the end when I press the button and nothing happens. Sorry, where was I? Number 5, show the outside in all its glory. Number 6, convey the scale and mass of the building. Number 7, show how the light interacts with the building. Number 8, capture the details, textures and patterns. Number 9, place the building by capturing the surrounding area. Number 10, explore the inside. Number 11, show the scale of the interior spaces. Number 12, get the light, the magic of interior spaces. It's my favourite bit, by the way. 13, capture the details, textures and patterns. 14, show how the different parts relate. 15, composition is king, and it really is. 16, see what you can exclude from a photo. 17, check the edges. 18, simplify your compositions. Then some techie stuff. 19, get your exposure bang on. 20, nail your focus. 21, choose the depth of field to suit. 22, choose the right ISO. 23, focal length buildings. 24, choose the right aperture. And 25, enjoy yourself. It's meant to be good stuff and fun, this photography and photographing of buildings. Well, it is for me anyway, and I hope that it is for you. Now, if you read this blog post properly and you take account of everything that I say, this will make it easier for you to photograph buildings. And if it makes it easier and you know what you're doing, guess what? You'll enjoy yourself more. And if you enjoy yourself more, the chances are that you'll take better photos than if you didn't. Just think about that for a minute. Do you do something better if you enjoy doing it than if you don't enjoy doing it? If you hate doing something, you're not going to do your best, are you? But if you enjoy it, like I enjoy waffling away to you in my home office, I love doing this. If I hated it, I wouldn't be very good. Unfortunate reality is that I love doing it, but I'm still not very good. But I'm trying, aren't I? It has been said. Who am I? Well, some of you know me, some of you don't. So for those of you who don't, I'm Rick McAvoy. I'm a photographer, blogger, podcaster, and all-round nice chap, it says here. I photograph buildings and teach others how to photograph buildings. I'm an associate member of the British Institute of Professional Photography. I'm also a full chartered member of the Chartered Institute of Building. So I'm professionally qualified in photography and construction, which, well, I don't know if it makes me unique, but there can't be many people out there with both qualities, can there? I really do need to find out about this. So this is what I do, this is what I know. I've been doing this for a long time, so you're in safe hands with me, as I like to say. So I was talking about find out the story of the building. What do I mean by that? What is the story of a building? Well, if it's a new building, it's got a story, and it's the story of how the building was built, how it was conceived, how it was designed, how it ended up being where it is, how it's size, shape, mass, all these things that clever people need to do to create buildings. There's a story to that, how it was built, the construction, was it unusual construction techniques? Just because it's a modern building, any building will have some kind of history. Now, if it's an old building, of course, it will have more history. Now, I love going on holiday and photographing things like, well, cathedrals, stuff like that. And if you check the blog post out, there's a lovely interior photo of Bordeaux Cathedral. There's an external facade photo of Duomo in Florence, Tuscany, Italy. Wonderful, wonderful buildings. And they really do have history. They've been They've been part of the community. They've been central to the community. They've been there for hundreds and sometimes thousands of years. People have been married, born, christened. Not born, you don't get born in a church, do you? Sorry. But you know what I mean. Married, there's been, sadly, obviously, burials and all sorts in between. They've been used as shelters in the wars, used during the plagues, famines, you name it. These things, these buildings, these magnificent structures, they've got a massive, massive history, and it's capturing that and conveying it, which sounds like a mission impossible, but you might not be able to do that, but you can capture the physical side of it. I went to Dubrovnik a few years ago, and one of the things that struck me there was because there was a war there quite recently. There was the bullet holes in the buildings. Now, that's part of the history. It's not a great thing, I know, but that's part of the history. And there's bits of buildings, there's bits of history to everything that you need to find out though, and that was point number 2. Once you've found out something about the history, I'm not talking reading a book on it, just a quick search, you can find out when something was built, what it's been through, major events and everything. When you get to the building, explore it, wander around it. That's what I do. I get somewhere, I don't get my camera out, I walk around, I look what's going on, I look what there is, what's interesting, where those noticeable parts of a building are, and also, and most importantly, what the light's doing, which direction it's coming from, what it's doing to interiors, to exteriors, to facades, where it's creating shadows, depth, light, interest. It's walking around is the it's one of the most important things that you can do if you want to get good pictures of buildings. Walking around, looking, seeing, taking it in. Now, you notice in the title I say, how do you take good pictures of a building? I thought it was a bit much to say, how do you take great pictures of buildings? So I've gone with good, which seems to be a nice benchmark. And if you're new to this kind of thing, we're not creating masterpieces straight away, are we? No, we've got to start somewhere. And if you can get good pictures of a building, you'll be better than most people, which can't be a bad thing, can it? So there's lots more in this post. And for once, and something I'm trying to learn to do a lot more of, I'm actually including photos in my blog posts. So there's 5 there's 5 photos which refer to points that I make in the post, which are all photos taken by me. And my plan is that I'm gonna get 25 photos in there, 1 photo per bullet point, because it makes sense to me. And what started off being a bit of a trivial blog post has actually become quite a thing. So I think that's enough for now. Now you'll notice that I haven't talked once about gear, camera settings, any of that stuff. All I've talked about is the subject matter, because that's the important thing. Yes, you've got to get focus, exposure, you've got to get all those things right, but they're not options, they're expectations. When I'm talking about photographing buildings, you've got to get all that stuff done. It's what people expect. So that's why I like to talk more about the broader subject matter, in this case buildings. See, we're not just turning up photographing a building, we're photographing part of history, part of life, part of the community. We're capturing things that people have spent years working on. People have dedicated so much time in their lives to them, and that includes a modern building. I've been involved in some stuff recently, and there's been 2 years of my life involved in the construction of these wonderful things. So there is a lot to them. And now I'm at the point where I've gone completely off script. I've got a script in front of me. I'm not reading it. I'm now waffling. And I'm going to stop there and say thank you for watching. Thank you for making it so far into this video. And please check out my website, rickmcavoyphotography.com, if you're interested in photographing buildings. There's masses of stuff on there. All good stuff, all good helpful stuff. And why not check out my Photography Explained podcast, photographyexplainedpodcast.com, or any good podcast provider. Thanks for watching. I'll see you hopefully next week with another new video. So until then, I'll say thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Cheers from me, Rick. And now for the awkward bit. Didn't work.